Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Welcome in. Listen, my name is Alana, if y'all don't know. That's my name, okay? I'm Alana. No, seriously. What's going on, good people? So, I have to jump right into this. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome in. Have a seat. You may want to think about it before you hit the like, subscribe, but I think you'll like the vibe. I have a good vibe. I know I do, because I'm authentic, Anyway, so I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, I have things to do. I'm like, you need to be recording. I want to put some, I want to tap into the energy of this full moon eclipse. I'm going to tap into the full moon eclipse, do a reading on that. I'm also going to be uploading a reading for my Virgos who's on the channel because it is Virgo season, right? So those are the two things on my bucket list. However, in true Alana fashion, in true Pisces fashion, I decided I'm going to sit down, listen to a video on YouTube, and daydream while listening to the video. But I'm watching, I'm paying attention, I'm learning. And so this person is someone, I guess, who's highly respected. I've never come in contact with them. However, they was on another platform, which I do enjoy, who has a lot of great information and content. And this goes back to a couple of messages ago. I was led to talk about the misinformation that gets put out and how we really need to fact check. A famous stripper said, a famous exotic dancer said, never trust anyone's information but your own, right? It's so important to fact check. It's so important to fact check, people. So the person is talking and they give this description with the planets and all of this, and they begin to discuss how the planets correlate with the days of the week. And okay, we vibing. And then they get into the numbers of it, and it's like the math wasn't mathing. Like they were saying like Mars orbits the sun faster than Mercury. That's why Mars is the second day, and that's why Mars is the third day of the week, because we got Sunday, right? The Sunday. Stick with me, people, because I'm a deep thinker. Stick with me. Sunday, right? Then we have Monday, which is the moon day. Then Tuesday, Mars day. Wednesday will be Mercury. So Thursday, of course, Jupiter. Friday, Venus. Saturday, Saturn. So basically, in that order, we're saying that's how the planets orbit the sun, which is not true. Mercury is the fastest to orbit the sun, right? So I'm like, hold up. I kept like, am I tripping? Am I hearing this wrong? And I kept going over. I'm like, okay, no. Let me slow down. Let me fact check. Let me see what's going on. And I don't think they're being malicious in putting this information out. Let me be very clear in saying that. So also, as I'm sitting here, I got a download, and I'm like, why is it that when it comes to the days of the week, we are here on Earth, right? But we don't have no Earth day, right? We don't have Earth day. We got Sunday talking about the sun. We have Monday talking about the moon. Monday talking about the moon, okay? Monday talking about the moon. Tuesday, Mars. Wednesday, Mercury. Again, I'm not going to get into it again. Why is there no Earth day? If we're on this planet, why isn't there a day of the week that represents the Earth? And so then it brought me to us always going outside of ourselves. We're here on this earth. However, every single day of the week represents something outside of us. We're always looking outside of us to dictate our energy, to dictate the mood, to dictate, you get what I'm saying? I really just started thinking. I was thinking, whatever the hell that means. I really start, and I'm not editing that. Because you know what? I'm authentically me. I really am. I'm authentically me. So if I say I was dinking, then I was dinking. One of my best friends passed away. His name was Dink. I love him. So He's probably around me right now. That's probably why I said I was dinking. That was my friend, though. Don't get it twisted. Anyway, y'all trying to get me off track. So I started thinking about how we're always like looking outside of ourselves for something. We're on Earth, yet there's no Earth Day. There's no day of the week that represents the Earth. Why? Why not? Like, y'all talk to me and tell me what's up with that. Why isn't there a day that represents the Earth that we live on? What is that about? It was something else, and I wish I would have grabbed my camera sooner, because something else had dropped into my spirit when it came to us looking outside of ourselves. And, you know, just in general, when you think about it, you would think it would make sense that it would go in order of the orbit, right? Of course, the sun, starting out with the sun, because everything revolves around the sun. Then, okay, the moon. I can understand, I can overstand Sunday and Monday. Then, why wouldn't the next day be ruled by Mercury? And then go to Venus, and then go to Mars, then go to Jupiter, then go to Saturn. So it's like, when even going into this whole thing with time and, you know, the Gregorian calendar and time is linear and all of these wonderful phrases. See, one thing I'm probably not interested in doing is taking in a whole bunch of information, then regurgitating it and spitting it out like I know what I'm talking about. I'm on this journey just like you guys are. And a lot of stuff that I get are really downloads or dreams or something like that. And then I go look it up and I'm like, oh, shoot, okay. And I could verify that. What y'all think about that, though? What do y'all think about that? What do you think about there being no Earth Day if we're on Earth? What do you think about us always looking outside of ourselves? Even when you think about your birth chart, right? Get into a place of really mastering your chart at the time, you know, that picture that was taken of the sky at the time of your birth. Because every planet is there. We may not have it. And that's another thing. If we have, and granted, some of these planets are newer. They were discovered later on. For instance, Uranus and Neptune were discovered later on. I'm not sure about Pluto, so I'm not going to speak on how long Pluto has been, how long they've known about Pluto, which they had at some point removed and said it wasn't even a planet. It was a dwarf planet, right? But this dwarf planet got so much power and so much of an impact on this earth, right? On what's happening on this earth, on what's happening right now. This dwarf planet, as it retrogrades back into Capricorn, you know, and finishes up all of the Capricorn systematic stuff, and then comes back into Aquarius, the dwarf, tearing stuff up. Destruction. Okay? It's a lot, because I feel like, you know, more and more this matrix stuff just becomes more deeper, more complex, and it's like everything is designed for us to not go within and know who we are and truly know ourselves, you know. Yeah, it's deep. I was talking about the chart and how we have every planet. I got off track. You know, every planet. So if there's 9 planets, why some of them aren't a part of the days of the week, you know? Or, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I remember reading once that January and February were added later on into the months of the year. Like, those were the later months. At first, there was no January or no February. However, if you really want to get into it, there was no letter J prior to the 16th century. So January, June, July, where they come from? How they get their name? Because those are fairly new. Like, the letter J is a new letter. All I know is the veil is getting thinner. The blindfolds are coming off. And I don't remember how many messages ago this was. It's pretty recent, but maybe like 5 or 6 messages ago, as far as me doing these channeled messages. Spirit had given me something about how you would start to see people's true colors, and you would see people turn against each other. And I think I had experienced it immediately with somebody I knew. They didn't necessarily turn on me. They just kind of flipped out. And I was like, oh, you okay? Like, are you okay? Like, do you need something? Like, some Prozac? You all right? Like, go drink some chamomile tea? Like, what you need? Some, let me put my phone with some dragon's blood or something, incense. Anyway, that being said, I've heard like multiple stories of children and parents like really being at it. Like, someone told me today how their 10-year-old child was fighting the mother. And then another person had called me up a couple of days after I got that channel message, and they had a fight with their daughter. And I'm just like, wow. You know, the truth is, we will never know the full truth. However, we will start to see, especially as Neptune moves out of Pisces. When Neptune leaves Pisces next year, and it's been there since like 2012. So when it leaves Pisces and it goes into Aries, them rose-colored glasses that we've been wearing, they are coming off. Aries ain't with the BS, okay? They're not, they're not spaced out like us Pisces. And technically, with Neptune being a newer planet, Pisces is really ruled by Jupiter. However, they assigned us a Neptune. So it is what it is. I like to use both when it comes to astrology. I'm about to start rambling. I just wanted to share that with you guys because this stuff goes really, really deep. I don't do any shrooms. I don't do any drugs, anything like that. I can't imagine if I did. I probably, if I did some shrooms, I would probably be on here floating. They'd be like, oh, shoot, she was in the air, and there ain't no type of wild possession, nothing like that. I'm just tapped in high, like, oh. Anyway, I went there for no reason at all. Stay focused, y'all. Pay attention, because the deception is real, and Neptune is about deception. And I'm going to show you something that could be deceptive. Look at this. See that? Y'all see that smile? Don't it look kind of perfect? Like, it do, right? Now, let me show you something else. Look from this angle. Look. Bottom row crooked. Look. Yeah. Crooked. And the top too. Look. And I'm going to show you. Look. Can you hear that? Oh, no, you can't. And the top is crooked. And you know what happened to the top of my tooth? I was in cheerleading, and Danielle didn't flip me right. This is a true story in 7th grade. And my tooth went all the way back here. And if you grew up and you were a Gen Z baby, you knew your mother was not taking you to the ER, the dentist, or none of the above. So yeah, quick story. Some of y'all clicked off like, subscribe, whatever. Let me tell y'all this story. So the tooth was way back here. I knew my mother wasn't taking me to a dentist. Ma, I love you, but it is what it is. Like, back in the days, whatever happened. I took my tongue and I pushed my tooth up slowly. back into place. And then I didn't eat anything like hard or anything like bite into no apples for weeks, until my tooth locked back in. And one would say that something like that happening, the dentist wouldn't have pushed my tooth back up. You know, it would have just been a wrap. However, my what's the word, like my ability to not accept that like that was gonna be my fate at 13 years old, to have my front tooth gone, I wasn't willing to accept that. And so mind over matter, I was like, nah, I'm gonna fix this myself. So just remember that you are more powerful than you probably know right now. However, we are moving into times where you're able to tap into that power. And while a lot of people are abusing and misusing the little Google spells and shit that they're learning, there will be many of us who tap into that power and they use it for good, for healing, for truly raising the vibration of this earth. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll have an Earth Day. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later.